This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Catalina travel trailer. The model number is 323BHDS, okay? So this is not a floor plan video, it's a how-to. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So here we're at the door side rear. You can see you have regular stabilizers, scissor type stabilizers that just crank down. Here, right next to it, is your quick connect for your LP system. Right? The reason you have that is because your griddle here, hopefully I can get this open with one hand here, maybe not. I'll have to set this down for 1 second. Okay. So this pulls out, and there's a hose that comes with it, a rubber LP line. One quick connect goes onto here, and the male end connects right there. That's how you connect to the LP system. I'll show you the hose when we get to it. It's in here somewhere. I just don't know where he put it, so I'll point it out when we get there. Also, you have some drawers and a refrigerator, okay? So you have a rear door that goes right to the bathroom, which makes it nice when kids can just run in and out, or visitors can just run in and out. They don't have to go through the whole trailer to get to the bathroom. Because this has two toilets, it also has a two black tanks. So right here, still on the door side, the most common way to get water to the trailer is through the city water hookup, right? If you don't have a city water hookup, you're boondocking or whatever, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here. Then you can just use the onboard pump to pump the water, and all the plumbing will work as though you have city water, even though you'll just be pumping from the tank, okay? This is a black tank flush here. After you dump your black tank, you'll bring the hose at the dump station over to here, hook it on there, leave the valve open on the black tank, turn it on, and it'll flush out your black tank. It'll also clean off the sensor so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing, okay? You have a power awning with LED strip, 2 speakers. This is a vent for the range hood. So there's a baffle inside. You can see there's two little latches there. So you can stick your index finger or your thumb up there and pop those latches loose so the baffle flaps freely. Anytime you're venting to the outside, you wanna have that baffle flapping freely, okay? All right, so your water heater right here. So this water heater works on gas and electric, either or both. So right now, to this rocker switch right here, on and off, that controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. It works on 110 AC, so keep that in mind. Now there's a switch inside for the gas burner. I'll show you that when we get in there. Most people, when they get to the campsite, they'll turn on their electric heating element and just use that until they need a lot of water. Like if they're going to shower, then they can kick on the burner and just, it's not on demand, but it's a much quicker recovery than just running the electric heating element. Okay, never run the water heater without water in it. So anytime you drain it and you're getting ready to use it again, make sure you fill it up before you turn it on. This is the drain right here. This takes 1 1/16" 6-point socket to drain that. That's a plug plus an anode rod. Never work on the water heater or drain it or do anything while it's under pressure, or especially when it's hot. Always let it cool down, all right? So you have a TV signal here and power, so you can put a TV out here. All righty. Coming up towards the front here, you have a hitch that comes with it. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how to hook that up when you pick up. This crank right here is a 3/4 inch crank, and that's used for the stabilizer jacks. Okay. This here is your solar controller for your solar panel. So it's kind of hard to see in here, but I'll do the best I can. Basically, this up and down is what you're going to be pushing. Right now it's saying there's 14.1 volts in the system, right? If I push it again, 14.1. Okay, so because we're in the shade right now, we're not gaining, but as you push it, you scroll through the different amp hours, how much surge you have, everything you need to know, and also it can show you the codes. But right now it's telling there's 14.1 in the system, and your battery is charged at this point. Okay, so that's how you check your solar panel to see what's happening. So you have a deep cycle marine battery, and this is the kill switch for it. So if you want to shut it off, you can shut it off right there. You have 2 LP tanks full with automatic changeover regulator. This is your power tongue jack here, okay, with a hitch light. As we move on, this is just a reducer to reduce your short cord down to 20 amps. This is your dump hose right here. Okay. This is a campground cable through. Of course, your slide room. This is a 50 amp system, so you have a 50 amp power cord, which plugs in right there. We also give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 30, and then we give the other one to go down to 20. Obviously, you can't run the air conditioner on 20, but you can run everything else. But you'll always be able to plug in with the reducers we give you. Your city water hookup is right here. That's the most common way to get water to the trailer. Just hook it up and you're all set. This is just an outside shower. You have your dump valves here. Okay. You can see you have 2 gray and a black. The black valve is always the larger one. See, there's an 1.5 inch and then there's a 3-inch valve. This has colored handles, but if you don't, always look to see which valve is larger, and that's the black one, toilet water and waste. These 2 lines here are low points for the plumbing. Okay, let me walk back up this way again, just to see what we have here, if I've covered everything. Okay. Alrighty, so we'll move back farther past your rear bunk slide. Okay, so this folds down, and you can strap whatever you want to it, coolers or, you know, whatever you need to strap to it. You have this housing here tells us it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit, so keep in mind you can always add that. We have them here. You can get them elsewhere. The bottom line is you can always add a backup camera. It's already pre-wired. Okay. Also, while we're looking up, keep in mind that the manufacturer states that you should inspect the roof every 60 days. So a couple times this summer, have somebody go up there, look around, make sure there's no cracking or separation where the sealant's at, make sure there's no damage to roofing attachments or to the roofing material that could be caused by low branches, let's say. Just always, it should be part of your regular maintenance, and you always want to take care of your roof to make sure it's in good shape, because you can't see it obviously from the ground, so it needs to be inspected. You're just protecting your investment. Okay, as I come in here, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It's an alarm. It's always green, and if it's not green, get it serviced, okay? If it detects carbon monoxide or LP gas, it'll go off. You'll take everybody outside, shut off all the appliances, leave the door open to go shut the gas off at the front, and then figure out what's going on, okay? It should always be green. The keys are hanging right here on the faucet. These are your control panel here. You can see the outside light is on there. To turn your water pump on, remember I told you you could use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank? You also use the water pump to winterize the trailer. That's right there. To turn your hot water heater on gas is right here. Remember I showed you there's a switch in the lower left-hand corner for the electric element. But that's where you light the gas. Your awning, warning, very simple. Never leave it out unattended. You're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. You have your 2 slide rooms here, and then of course your levels are up here. Okay? Pretty typical when it comes to trailers. So, TV, obviously, you have a fireplace, and you have your sound here. So this will play, let me see here, AM, FM radio. You can stream off of a USB port. It's got a US or HDMI in, So you go into the system with, let's say, a portable Blu-ray player or something right in there if you needed to. It also has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablet. It also has 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. So 1 is inside the trailer, zone 2 is outside the trailer. Okay. This one here is a remote for your fireplace. Now the fireplace is a space heater. It's a good space heater. So I turn it on here. I can change the intensity of the flame. Right here it's showing you 0, 0, and then low, and then high. That's the fan speed. So right now on high it's really kicking out the heat. Okay? Then you can change the color also. Okay? And there's also a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on and turn off whenever you want. Okay? I'll shut it back off. So, it's a very good space heater. Okay, so as we move in, microwave works like any other microwave. Your range hood, vent and fan, or I should say fan and light. There's the fan, there's the light. Remember, if you're going to be using the fan to vent, always open the baffle on the outside. Now this switch is important. It's on right now. Right? So you see I can flip it and shut the refrigerator off. The reason that's an important thing is because you have a solar panel, right? And when you put it in storage, you want your battery to be charged. If you leave the refrigerator running, the refrigerator runs on 12 volts. If you leave the refrigerator running, then it'll basically draw down the battery. If it's not a sunny day, if it's gloomy for a while, it'll draw it down, and your refrigerator nothing will run, and there'll be no energy in your battery. So when you're storing it, you shut the refrigerator off, and that way all the energy will go to charging your battery. So if that makes sense to you. So when you're in storage, you shut the refrigerator off, just so the solar panel will charge your batteries. Okay? Hopefully that sounded right. Okay, so your range, I don't know if he's got the gas turned on, but we'll see here. You got 3 knobs and 3 burners, and then the oven. So you just go like this. There you go. Just push on it. So that's all you do to light it, is turn it to high and then push on it. Very simple. The oven works the same way. This is let me see. This is a jackknife sofa, so it jackknifes into a bed. When it comes to the table, you can pull the poles out, set the tabletop onto these cleats here, and use the back cushions to fill in the space, so you get another bed. All right. This is your power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. So right now you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers like you see at home, and they're all labeled. So when you're plugged in, this is your distribution panel. Then the power is converted to DC power. So it converts it to 12 volt DC. Over here you got 12 volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled. So that's where your 12 volt comes from. It's also a battery tender, so it senses how much money or energy your battery has and needs, and as long as you're plugged in, it's always going to send up enough energy to charge your battery. So when you're pulling down the road, your alternator will, the alternator on your tow vehicle will charge your battery. When you're plugged in, your power converter will charge the battery. And then, of course, your solar panel is always sending energy to it as needed, or as it can, basically, okay? So, that's what that is. That's the power converter. And the bathroom is right here. I showed you from the outside what it looked like, but I showed you the black tank flush there. So this toilet always, in an RV, or in a travel trailer anyway, always sits right over a black tank. So you can't use this dry. So when you get to the campsite, you hook up your power and your water. You'll put 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you'll stand on this and stand on it long enough for at least a gallon of water to go into the black tank along with the chemical. then it's ready to be used. If you don't do that, it would be considered using it dry, and it can get clogged up, plus the smell will be terrible. So you always want to start with chemical and at least a gallon of water when you're going to start using it, okay? That's important, obviously. Your sink works like any other sink. Your shower works like any other shower. This is a GFCI here, so keep in mind that it's there. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, so if you're using something outside and it pops, you're going to reset it in here. So you have the skylight also and a fan up here. All right. So we'll go farther back here. This is your thermostat. It works like any other thermostat. You just go through the mode button and set the temperature here. So you just keep poking the mode button until you get where you want to be. Oops. So let me go back to air conditioning. Right there. Okay. The air conditioner is running right now. So, all right. So you have your bunk room here. So you have 3 bunks in it, basically. Now this one you can push up and latch here to get it out of the way. Use this as a seat. You also can turn it into a bed. So you got a bed there. Three places to sleep back here. So along with the dinette and the jackknife sofa, that makes 5 places. So there's a lot of extra room to sleep here. Okay. All right. So as we move towards the front. Turn on the light here. Oh, it's already on. Let me shut this on and turn this on here. So basically you have a TV hook up here, and there's a backing plate so you can put a bracket to watch TV in bed. This picks up here, and there's storage underneath, a foot locker sort of. And then you have your emergency escape window, which is right here. You just push it all the way through, and then you grab hold of the tab and pull the screen out, and you can exit during an emergency. Okay, and that basically covers it for the bedroom. Okay, let me look back here quickly. Just to see what we have here. Okay, there's another emergency exit right here. The bottom window in the bunk room. Alright, this should be closed right now. We're running the AC. Alrighty. Okay. So that covers it then. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. Always travel with this down. Inspect the roof a couple times a summer. Make sure you stay ahead of any problems. Odds are you want it to do anything for years, but that's why you're inspecting, just to make sure you're good and you're protecting your investment, okay? Right now there's no antifreeze in the system. It's been purged and replaced with fresh water. Your water heater tank is full of water, and the valves are in the correct position for camping mode, so it's all set. Remember, don't run your water heater without water in it. That's important, okay? All right, thank you very much.